And this is just Brew of the Brew Show, and I'm here with Engineer Frederick Kwabena Bediako, who is part of the Santa 98 committee, but I'll let him explain in full detail what he does. Boss,
okay, so good afternoon. This is Engineer Frederick Kwabena Bediako, as you rightly said. I am the what's the project? The project manager for the legacy project that has just been completed. So that's my position with him. So I was part of the heads that made sure this beautiful thing that you are seeing today came to fruition.
Sure. And for those who are unaware as to the project you guys just handed over, what project was it, please?
Okay, so there was a reading room facility. If you come to Adisadel College, you have all the academic facilities on the upper school, where we call the Leopoldville. But when you go down to Katanga, you don't have any reading facility that the students could use in the events that they want to do some studies before main lectures or even after lectures, or even burning the midnight candle. You have to climb the prestigious 83 steps for you before you can access any of the educational facilities. And that's the main reason why we decided to do something at lower school, so that it would enhance academic performance in the school.
On behalf of those who have been at lower school, congratulations and thank you for thinking about us as well.
Thank you.
Any advice for not just Santa 99 but for the other year groups who are about to have their speech day project?
I think the most important thing is togetherness. They should stay together. They should listen to their leaders. They elected their leaders, and as much as possible should listen to their leaders. Detractors, there's going to be a lot of detractors, but detractors should be ignored. You can attempt to bring some of them on board, but not all of them that you can bring on board. So as you move ahead, you must make sure that you keep your eye on the goal, stay focused, and then avoid detractors. They must also start early. You must always have a plan, and the plan must always kick in place. Aside all the risk factors that may come in, starting early is always the most important thing.
So with regards to starting early, I know NEC usually tells the year groups 10 years in advance, if I'm not mistaken. So when would be the ideal time to get your project started?
Right after you complete school, you should know that 25 years would come. So start getting yourselves together right from there. Start a little bit of contributions as you do, yearly by yearly, little drops, put them somewhere. And then, you can speak to NEC when it's about 10 years to the start. Some of the things will change as you move along. Somebody may come to pick your project. So you must always keep your eye on any level of contingency that may come in. But start early. As soon as you finish school, know that 25 years will come.
Engineer Bediako, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. This is just Brew of the Brew Show, and I'm here with one of the most distinguished Santa Clauses around, Mr. Seth Dzordzorme, 77 or 78 year group?
77.
77 year group. See, I know my history. So,
77 year group.
Seto.
And a member of the Global Executive Committee.
And a member of the
Adisadel Old Boys Association.
I can't even give enough accolades.
That's right.
So, Mr. Dzordzorme or Seto?
Seto. I like the Seto.
You like the Seto?
I like the Seto.
That's right. So,
right.
We are here at the 113th speech and press giving day of our alma mater. And how impressed are you with what the current year group Santa 98 have done?
Frankly, absolutely fantastic. To an extent, I am very much overwhelmed about what they've been able to deliver. And the reason is that from the beginning of the project, we on the Global Executive Committee had an interaction with them, and we were not convinced that they were capable of coming out with this project the way I have seen it. At a point in time, last year even, just the end of last year, we were convinced that they could not finish the second floor. And we were trying to explain to them that they should try and make sure that the first floor was available for use. But today, looking at the project itself, we've had series of meetings in the recent times between January and March, and they've been super. I mean, seriously, you can see the effort they put in, the money they put in, the resources, the time, and looking at the General Speech Day organization, which has been part of what they had been planning for, I am very convinced that it gives our disco a future, because with what they've done, there's going to be a lot of the year groups that are coming after them going to be very much more interested in seeking to give a legacy project to the school. Again, you listen to some of the speeches, clearly the idea to the students is that there is a future for Adisadel College. I think that miracles are going to happen for Adisadel College. The effort is there, the drive is there, the initiative is there. We are par excellence about our moves. And so we are trusting God. At the end of the day, we are trusting God. Because remember, Adisadel College is an original of the School for the Propagation of the Gospel. That's how it was first set up before we came up to the hill, and it was labeled Adisadel College, which is what we are all proud of. But this is it. With God, we know that all things will be possible. Yes.
So any advice to not just Santa 99 who are having it next year, but to all the other year groups like mine who are yet to do ours?
I sincerely believe that it takes fortitude. It takes a desire to want to, like the guest speaker was saying, be excellent in your deliveries. Again, you have to have the networks. You should be patient enough to galvanize some kind of understanding within the year group and make sure that at least they are delivering. And there are timelines. For every project, you should have clear timelines. You don't just settle on a project and don't have the timelines. Funding must come at the time when it is needed. So there must be some kind of linkage between the project timeline and then the funding timeline and any other timelines that you think would help you get your deliverable at the time. And I think that the 99 group in particular that took over, I think they've shown their enthusiasm, and I'm sure we should all give them the relevant support.
Before I let you go, would you be interested in joining me in singing the anthem?
Yes, let me do the first stanza of the school ode, and then we will go. So, have Santa Claus, very well. So we go. Have Santa Claus, stand up to honor those who have built the school with their feet. I am a mate and a blessing of
So let me let you finish.
Says remember the strength of their name. Others have labored and we share their glory. Ours to do exploits and add to their gain. Those who come after will take up a story. Made me worthy of singing again. Play up, Santa Claus. Play up and play the game. Give nothing but your best and never think of rest. Play up for the school's great name. Play up, Santa Claus. So me do play up and play the game. Give nothing but your best and never think of rest. Play up for the school's great name.
I need to have a refresher of the song again, but so thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure. We do this for the college and not nobody else. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is just Brew of the Brew Show, and I'm here at the 113th edition of the Speech and Prize Giving Day of Adisadel College, which was organized by the Santa 98 year group. But I'm here with the chairman of the Santa 99 year group, Seth Kattah. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Pretty much excited.
Nice. And before I come to what your year group has in store for us next year, how would you rate this year's speech day?
Oh, I think it's been fantastic. I've done a tremendous job. Putting this together is not easy. Bringing all of us together is not easy. And delivering a spectacular project is not easy as well. So I think it's been fantastic.
And next year, your year group will be the ones in charge. And I can see that there's a green revolution in place, solar energy project. Can you tell us more, please?
So one of the main struggles of Adisadel College is with the electricity bills. It's really having a huge impact on the school, studying life, the students, and it's quite a difficult one with huge bills and all that. So essentially our project is to help save about 98% of the electricity bill with regards to academic facilities. And so we bring in solar into Adisadel College and powering it up for the next generation.
I would like to commend your year group on this wonderful initiative, and I can't wait to see it into fruition.
Absolutely, we are equally excited. Having had the mantle today, it means it's time to work, it's time to come together, it's time to go out there and look for the funds and resources to come back in here and make sure that we're able to deliver what we surely know we plan to deliver.
And so David, any advice for the year groups that are here to organize this?
Absolutely. We started, we're a bunch of close friends, and that's the most important thing. You need friendship in anything that you want to do, especially for an old boys union. So first of all, people need to start getting together. It's not just about the money. You need to check up on each other, see how people are doing, hard times, family issues, finances, health, death. You need to be for each other, to start with. And then as you get along, you keep on building the bond, and then you find your project that you want to do. You bring everybody together and you drive. So be together and have the focus.
So David Kattah, thank you once again for your time.
All right,
and
absolutely.
see you again next year.
My pleasure, my pleasure. All right, cheers.